Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Yarns with Andy. Today I've got Alex Hulme, who's the regional manager of the NZ Trade Group, the electricians community.
That's correct.
That's correct. And yeah, he's the host of The Puzzle Factory, a very interesting podcast that I've had the pleasure of being a guest on as well. And we're here today to understand the world of tradesmen, what happens, the state of the construction industry as it stands. Welcome, mate.
Thanks for having me, mate. Absolute pleasure.
Hey, good having a chat with you again. This is
Yeah. It's not our first rodeo.
Nah, mate. Hopefully we know what we're doing now, mate.
I won't go that far.
We wouldn't go that far.
We'll give it our best crack, mate.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do, mate. Go on. Tell us a little bit about yourself, background, history.
Yeah, cool. So, background, I'm from the UK, from
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, well, most of it's gone. It used to be a lot stronger.
Used to be a lot stronger? The accent?
A lot stronger, yeah. But nobody can understand me here, so it's mellowed out.
Yeah, become more Kiwi now?
Yeah, that's right, 100%. So yeah, originally from Bolton, which is a town just north of Manchester in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Fell into an apprenticeship as an electrician 20 years ago, maybe just over.
Yeah.
I was in my fourth year in the UK of my apprenticeship, and then due to family circumstance, moved over here. Took a couple of years off, became a snowboard instructor.
Did you?
Met some people.
That's really cool.
Yeah, funny.
Rupe Hill? Queenstown?
No, Snow Planet.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Should we just leave that there?
Yeah, I think we should just leave that there.
Yeah. Well, I'd never snowboarded before.
Yes.
But I convinced him I could snowboard.
And you got a job without knowing how to snowboard.
Got a job.
Training people.
Yeah. Fell down the hill on the interview on my face, and then he was like, "You've never been on a snowboard before, have you?" And I was like,
No.
Nah, pretty quick learner though.
Yeah. Did you learn that quickly?
Yeah. I got qualified as an instructor pretty quick.
Oh, nice.
And that was just a chill out job. Met some cool people.
Nice. Mate, snowboarders are always chill people, mate.
Yeah.
Way better than skiers.
Yeah.
Controversy right here.
Yeah, well, you might want to cut this, but the biggest thing about being a skier is you've got to tell your parents that you're gay, you know what I mean? That's probably the biggest challenge you're going to face. Anyway, let's get back on track.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
So going from there, got back into the electrical game.
Yeah.
I think I went through 2 companies to finish my apprenticeship. Didn't really find my home. And then I found a company called PS Electrical.
Yeah.
Definitely my home.
Oh, yeah.
And
that was your company that you started, isn't it?
No. This was the company that I went and worked for to finish my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Incidentally, the same 2 owners started Trade Group, who I work for now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I worked for those guys for maybe 8+ years.
Cool.
And that's where I rose through the ranks from an apprentice to a sparky to site manager, project manager, estimator, and then kind of doing the whole shebang at the end.
All the way from the tools all the way up, mate.
Yeah. And
respect.
I definitely wasn't the perfect employee, but I was hungry and I saw what needed to happen. And luckily they gave me the opportunity to do that stuff, Yeah,
cool.
So never thank them enough for that, because I was a bit of a rat bag as well.
Oh, yeah?
As you can probably imagine.
Yeah.
But they saw something. Yeah.
Calling skiers gay, losing me viewership.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Just trying to get you. Well,
I'm getting the sense of how troublesome you could have been on a fucking job site right here.
Yeah, well, it wasn't very PC, mate. But I'm older and wiser now.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. Oh, ish. We'll find out, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We've got another hour to find out.
Yeah, exactly, mate. I'm sure we'll get some snippets out of it.
Yeah, surely.
So yeah, and then long story short, that company sold to another company, and this is where I learned a lot at PS, but I learned a lot when it went to the new company I won't mention, because it wasn't run very well.
Okay.
Wasn't a great operation, and I saw how things can go wrong really quickly. So I learned a lot of lessons there while doing my best to keep it afloat, because I had personal investment in the boys who I'd worked with for years, and long story short, liquidated.
Sure. Yeah.
And at that point, me and the other project manager, to be honest, he was the driving force on this. He grabbed me and said, let's do it. We'd talked about it a bit before, but I was very against jumping into midair.
Yeah, right.
You know, just setting up a business for the sake of it. But then we had the opportunity because we had all the customer relations and da-da-da. So we just...
Supply and demand.
Absolutely. So we did that, set up a company called Alpha Sparks. I think I maybe did 3 years with Alpha.
Yeah.
With my business partner, who's still a great mate. We did really well. I'd always had my eye on working at Trade Group because I'd always been a member, believe in what they do. And then one day I got the tap on the shoulder, made the tough decision and sold my half of the business and came on board.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So how'd you end up in New Zealand, though? You were in the UK. You just go, I'm just going to catch a plane and go to the other end of the world.
Nah, so there's a bit of background there. So there's a male on my mum's side out of the past 5 generations that have moved to New Zealand completely independently of each other.
Oh, yeah.
So none of us really know each other. It's just the history of the family. And then when I was 18, my dad and my stepmom wanted to get out of business in the UK, basically go and retire and da-da-da-da. So they told me when I was 18, they were like, we're going to move to New Zealand. We're going to go on holiday there this year, suss it out. Do you want to come check it out? So obviously I did. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Went back home, and then I was planning to come out the following Christmas, and my dad passed away pretty suddenly.
Sorry to hear that.
That's a long time ago, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you, though. It came out, and I think I did 6 weeks or something over here. You know, bad time, but loved the country still. Did another year back home, and then I went, what the hell? I'll go give it a whirl.
Good move, yeah.
You can always go home.
Good on you. New Zealand's home for you now?
Oh, I'm not going anywhere else, mate.
Yeah,
Absolutely
likewise.
love it. It's
beautiful
got
country.
Oh yeah, it's mate. Got its problems like everywhere else, but
It's got a lot of problems.
yeah.
We'll talk about.
I'm
some
sure
of
we'll
them
get
today.
into that.
and I hear you've got stats for me, which is quite interesting. I can't wait to dig into those.
You know me, it's not my usual thing
not.
to be bringing stats out, but I was like, hey, you know, Andy's real organised with his prep for the podcast, so I'll do the same.
Yeah. Good on you. Now let's rephrase that. Andy's team is a lot prepped for Andy to come and present at the podcast.
Yep.
So you're prepared.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw you under the bus, but you know.
That's the truth. And I'm an honest person. I'll always speak the truth.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Let's get into it. I had another question for you. Are you still on the tools?
Nope.
No, you're not on the tools at all.
No, so I was at the time when I sold the company, which is going on
Alpha
2
Sparks,
years ago, Alpha Sparks. Yeah, it was probably still like realistically, we'd got to the point where we were still 70-80% on the tools, but we could kind of go in early, work with the guys in the morning, go and do whatever sites we needed to, and then go home and do.
I have a little bit of professional advice for you, eh?
Yeah, go on.
I reckon you should get back in the tools.
Why?
Oof, data centers. 2 words.
Oh, no. The problem is, I'm a terrible electrician, and I hate the tools.
You're on a trade.
My skills lie in the areas that surround the tools, if you like.
Yeah, I reckon electricians are going to become millionaires in the next few years.
I hear you. Infrastructure, the technology, the movement of power supplies, you know.
Everything needs power.
But, and this is kind of why I do what I do, is, you know, it's no surprise to anyone, but a great electrician certainly isn't a great businessman a lot of the time.
They never are.
Businesswoman.
Yeah, I keep getting reminded about that too.
Yeah.
I'm a great project control professional.
Yeah.
Am I a good businessman?
Yeah.
I got reminded just today morning that I'm not necessarily the greatest businessman.
Yeah.
But I'm possibly a good planner.
Well, I believe in that 100%, but I think if I can't 100% say I'm done with the business side of things, or even, you know, looking at electrical contractors again, stuff like that. But I certainly wouldn't be doing it to get back on the tools again. I'd be taking what I know and trying to run a team better.
Yeah, fair enough.
With what I know now.
Yeah.
You know?
But I honestly believe that there aren't enough electricians trained for the amount of data centers that we need to build.
I've got to disagree with that.
Deal. Okay.
I think we are saturated
Oh, okay.
as an industry. So
You got stats for those too?
I've not got stats. Well,
Go on.
I saw a post on LinkedIn a couple of months ago that said we need 5,000 more trained electricians in Auckland.
Okay.
And I go, do we? Like, it's not like there's loads of electricians out there looking for a job at the minute, to my knowledge. I don't have actual stats on it. But the other problem is we need more worker bees. Not every sparky, but a vast majority of, not just sparkies, but we'll keep it to sparkies. They get qualified, they go on their own. All right? And they end up owning a business. They're just contracting to other people. They don't really have their own work. They're not making more money. They don't understand it. And I think I'd like to see a lot more regulation in our industry. And what I mean is we're going to open a box of worms here.
I'm sensing that. So I'm going, we need more regulation. And I'm like,
Not bureaucracy.
Okay.
A bit more structure.
Okay.
So I'd like to see what's happened at the minute is obviously we've been in the downturn. We know that. We're still in it. And what I see a lot of, because of the price gouging, the water at the bottom on tenders and all that kind of stuff, and then you add that in with all these young guys getting qualified and starting their own businesses, it's devalued our trade, if you like.
Okay.
So because they've been warring on price, even, forget the QSs and whatnot, even the general homeowner thinks electrical work should be a lot cheaper than it is. And then because the pricing's so tight in general, going out there rushing jobs, trying to get out of it, trying to break even, maybe not doing as good a job as if we were pricing things properly and getting paid properly.
Okay.
So I think,
do you think that's caused because of the downturn and there hasn't been sufficient work in the last couple of years?
I think it's due to the price problem with the downturn.
Yeah, and then it's red ocean after that, isn't it?
Red ocean?
Yeah, the red ocean strategy, blue ocean strategies.
I don't know that. No.
It's a really interesting concept.
Okay.
I strive to be the blue ocean in a sea of red ocean, right? So the red ocean strategies talk about how you've got, say, a convenience store right next to each other.
Yeah.
One guy sells you a pack of biscuits for, say, $1.
Yeah.
This guy cuts it down to 99 cents.
Yeah.
And this guy then cuts it down to 95 cents. And it keeps going. So
Yep.
you're cutting somebody else's profit. That's red ocean.
Yep.
Where you're trying to completely undercut to steal the market share.
Yep.
It's the worst way to do business. It's absolutely the worst way to do business.
Agree with that. Yep.
Then there's your blue oceans, right? See your Amazons of the world, your Ubers of the world, right?
Yep.
They've come in and created new market segments, not by undercutting somebody else, but by innovating and creating a new way of actually doing businesses.
Yep.
Ubers, right? They don't own a single car. They don't.
No, I totally get it. But they fixed the
Amazon's,
problem.
right? Amazon, they don't. Their entire bookstore doesn't actually own a single book.
Yeah, the drop shipping.
It's crazy, but their market share is insane. What have they done? They've just come in and created a completely new market segment, not by undercutting anybody else. They'd probably sell it for way more expensive online than it would be in the bookstore today.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah.
And they still sell more books, and you still order an Uber. Why?
Because they've made it easier.
It's convenience.
Convenience. So
Convenience.
They've solved a problem.
They've solved a massive problem. Like,
Yeah.
take the Uber problem, right? Because I've thought long and hard about just literally what Uber solved, which is quite interesting for me. What Uber's done is they've gone, okay, you go to a taxi and you have no idea how much you are going to get charged by the time you reach your destination. A normal taxi. You don't know. Run by the meter. Oh, yeah, okay. So first problem Uber solved is, I'll give you price guarantee before you jump into the cab. Yeah. So the contract negotiation, the awkward conversation that you've got to have with a stranger about the amount you got to pay for a taxi is done on your phone, locked and loaded, right? The car comes to where you are. You don't have to go looking for a taxi stand.
Yep.
Second problem that they've solved, right? Absolute convenience, price guarantee. What do you need? Done. Open your app. Boom, boom, boom. No exchange of money. That's the third problem that they solved. You don't need to pull out your wallet to pay them.
Nope.
It's auto-charged. Third problem they've solved.
Totally.
Magical.
Yeah, and
Magical.
Even being able to track where the car is on the map.
Exactly, and
takes
share your
the
journey.
stress out. Yeah, share your journey.
Yeah.
And
so
then
safety for, safety for if you're traveling in a cab,
Yeah.
you want other people to know where you are, just because it could be a.
Yeah, a dodgy Uber driver. And the other one is you get 4 or 5 different trip options now, based on your needs when you book an Uber. You know, so what kind of car you want? Is it a pet Uber? All the rest of it.
And or you just want to deliver a package or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, like that's all something they branched out from. But this is the core of their business. The core of their business is they only sold 3 things.
Yeah.
Really, really simplistically, and not by undercutting somebody, not by saying, oh, you know what, I'll take you to the airport for $50, and the next guy says, I'll take you for $45. No.
Yeah.
Nah, these guys are probably charging us more.
Yeah. Oh, totally agree. And we talk about this a lot. We have a lot of conversations about what can we offer the consumer, the construction company, whatever, that is going to take price out of the conversation a bit. So it's not just price driven, and it's really simple stuff like customer service, doing a fully comprehensive quote, scheduling your guys properly, using tools to automate tasks within your business so you need less of a labor force and all this. And it all makes you seem more professional, put out a better product, and lowers your overheads, essentially. So it's simple stuff. And there's so many business coaches running around and and I'm not a business coach, so I don't know the ins and outs of what they're teaching people. But I think the hardest thing is getting people to actually do what they've been taught.
Oh, what's successful or implemented within the business. I agree.
Yeah.
I fully agree. I mean, so take my business, for instance, right?
Yeah.
So if I want to make a change in my business, I'm not going to do it just because somebody else told me to do it.
Yeah, totally.
I will make a change within my business only if I believe that is the right thing to do for my business.
Yeah.
You can tell me a million things. I go, fuck, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to believe it's the right thing for my business to implement that change.
Yeah.
Yeah. One, it's going to save me time. It's going to cut wasteful spending, or it needs to make me more money.
Yep.
Otherwise, why will I influence change?
Well, it's got to tick some boxes in it first. But I think, because the other side of this as well is everybody who's switched on and wants to do well in business at the minute, we're in a downturn, as I keep saying, and they're seeing
Are
this.
we though? Come back to it. Are we though? Are we in a downturn, or are we coming out of it? What are you seeing in the industry?
Well, I've got some
This
stats.
is stats.
Here we go.
Drum roll.
So I'm kind of prepared for this. And these are straight off the internet, so I probably need fact checking here, but they read right to me.
Hang on. Is this Frank the Bastard?
Yeah, it is.
That's what his AI is called.
He's the one truth. What am I trying to say? The one real source of truth in my life.
Source of truth.
So one thing that I am genuinely seeing at the minute, and I kind of fed this in, is the indicators at the minute. Obviously, we're coming up to Christmas, so you've got to take into account that Christmas rush kind of thing. There are more tenders coming out that I can see, but the margins to win them are still really, really slim. And everybody seems to be busy, but they're still not making money because they're doing more work for less margin, essentially, across the place.
What did Frank call that? Busy broke?
Busy broke.
Interesting.
Yes. And anecdotally as well, being, like in the last 3 weeks, I've talked to hundreds of sparkies because we did Melbourne Cup at Ellerslie, we took 100 sparkies, we did Addington, and then we've just done a big tour around Northland as well.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And these guys are just like, like there's more calls coming in, we're getting more opportunity, but they're just
not turning into real jobs.
Maybe turning into real jobs, but it seems like our prices have been devalued and we can't earn as much profit, essentially. Okay. So that's one problem. And then if we go back to the stats here, consent numbers for Resi down 12.4%. at the minute, and that's up until mid-year, I believe, this year. So, probably been a bit of progression from there, but gives you an indicator. Non-resi, down 28%.
Which quarter are you looking at?
Which what, sorry?
Which quarter are you looking at? 2025. Which quarter? The second quarter or the third quarter?
It'll be are they September? Nah, that would have been second quarter.
Second quarter. Okay.
So
look at the third quarter stats. I was just looking at that last night.
What you got?
It's the consent numbers are the highest they've ever been in the last 10 years, I believe, in the last quarter.
Just in the last quarter. Oh, well, fantastic.
That's on interest.co.nz.
Yeah.
If you go on there, you can go look up their consent.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and they've got stats on every single quarter, the value of consents being processed by each council.
Yeah, by actually dollar figure. Yeah.
And they've got the number, but they won't tell you what jobs they are.
Yeah.
Guys, come on. You give me partial information, summarize it. Interest.co.nz, I'm filing an official complaint.
Yeah.
I need the list of jobs.
Yeah.
Like, this is nonsense.
Yeah, because it's just fucking woo-woo, isn't it, otherwise,
Yeah, mate.
The other one that I look at as well, because, again, we're getting into this issue of, like, yes, there's consents coming out, but can electricians in particular make money? I look at the liquidity for the construction industry, and up to end of September this year, it was up 38% year on year. The amount of businesses liquidated in the construction industry.
Okay. That's not great.
So that tells you
how many people are going broke.
Well, at the end of the day, the point of business is to make money. And if there's 38% more businesses liquidating, they're not doing very well as a trend.
And they could be varying size of businesses as well going broke. But
well, we see the big ones in the news.
So the 38% is only electrical businesses, or you're talking about
construction? That's construction.
That's a lot, eh?
Yeah.
It's more than a quarter of construction businesses have shut shop.
Well, no, that's how much it's up year on year.
Oh, it's up by 38% from the previous year.
So when you look at the actual number, and again, don't quote me, this is off the top of my head, it's something like 750 odd construction businesses closed the doors in New Zealand this year and liquidated. And the other stat that was interesting was the number that are being forced to liquidate by the IRD is like skyrocketing. I think that's gone up 70%.
Yeah, the reason that is because I think during COVID, the IRD went a lot easier on a lot of businesses to ease the pain.
Yeah.
Mate, recently they started cracking down for everybody who didn't have their books in order.
Yeah, totally.
All the taxes, and I mean, it's within their right to do so, but
yeah, they've got to do it at some point, right?
Yep, and they started cracking down, and that might have impacted a few businesses as well. You know, I mean, I'm very particular about how our books are maintained. I'm anal about it.
Well, it's a massive part of running a good business. Paying your suppliers on time, paying your staff, and having clarity on your books.
Understanding your P&L.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do that every day just to make sure.
Yep.
I know where we are, how much money's the bank account, how much money's going to come in this month, what my outgoings are. Like, if I don't fully understand that picture, and that's an everyday thing for me. I do it religiously. I don't know why, but...
Well, I mean...
I'm not even a big business, but I do it every day.
So do you think we're in a downturn at the minute?
We're not in a downturn anymore. You keep saying we're in a downturn, mate. I think we're out of the downturn.
It's not good out there.
It's not?
Nah.
I think we're getting out of a downturn. I wouldn't say we're in a downturn. I think we are in the upward trend of a downturn.
Yeah.
Look, okay, I'll back it up with my own stats, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Again? Like, we had a bet about it on the other podcast.
I know.
Which I'm guaranteed going to win. And
I'm fighting my corner.
Yeah, I'm fighting my corner, mate.
with incorrect stats.
You're like last quarter stats. Get off the speed, Alex. All right, so think about it. Interest rates are down now.
Yep.
And with the next OCR announcement, it's going to go down further. But when this podcast releases, I think that announcement will already happen on the 20th of November. But that'll go down to what, 2.5%, hopefully, or another 25 basis points. I don't know. But whatever happens there, the interest rates are going down, the OCR is going down, right? Which means that gives availability of more money to be spent, confidence built back into the market, and just it's going to happen. It's a no-brainer. It'll happen.
Yeah. I agree, but as we said last time, again, I'm looking at it from a sparky lens, but it takes a long time for that to actually filter through to us.
Yeah, 100%.
Apart from service jobs from the homeowner, you know what I mean? Who's got a little more
those are
money
the
to
smaller
spend.
ones that'll come. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's only so long that you can actually sustain without spending. Okay,
Yeah.
so the current government's pulled the handbrake. Great, needed to stop the spending. Understand, get inflation under control, which they've done. Happy days.
Yep.
Right.
Totally.
Okay, so whoever wins the next election doesn't matter. I don't care if it's National
all the
Labour.
same
okay.
anyway.
It's all the same. Like, whoever wins, they've got to start spending the money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the amount of people that are leaving currently to Australia will double, will quadruple. Like we'll lose all our critical. It'll be major brain drain.
Yeah.
And if we don't start spending the money, building new projects, what do you think people are going to do? You naturally tend to chase the money.
Yeah, they're going to leave. Yeah,
You chase the money.
absolutely.
And it'll eventually happen. So whoever it is, we've got to start spending the money. It will happen by March next year.
Yep.
It's my forecast. But
Well, I'm still waiting to see it. For sub-trades, I've still planted my flag at 2028
yeah, cool.
to when we see like
2028.
when we see a real good recovery
Fuck, mate.
where we're in a boom again, essentially, or going that way. Because we're always boom bust.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't think that's only New Zealand, by the way.
No,
it does happen in the UK.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it happens in the UK. They do go through boom bust cycles.
Yeah.
But it happens in construction specifically. Why?
I don't know. Like, obviously I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
And I know it happens, and I've followed the trends as best I can. But I don't actually know what the causes of that are.
Interesting. Neither do I, actually.
Yeah.
My phone's buzzing, mate. Sorry, I'm going to just put
That's
that off.
John Ann.
No, I don't need to answer it. I just need to put it on silent. It's annoying the shit out of me. Sorry, apologies. Cut that out, please.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
I genuinely don't. I was sat in the car thinking about this before I came in because I thought the boom bust might come up. And there's too many variables, but I don't know why it's such a regular pattern. The only thing that's...
You can almost predict it, like the stock market. You can actually predict when New Zealand or the construction industry in New Zealand's going to go through boom or a bust.
That's where I got my 28 date from, a chart.
Yeah.
That charts it out and shows you the boom and bust. But I also think we got kind of artificially propped up during COVID, which has led to a bit of a bigger dip this time, you know. And then, to be honest, one of the other things we're facing at the minute is tradies, sub-trades again, and builders, more resi than anything. We're exposed to a bigger Asian market than ever before with regards to like Asian contractors, Asian builders, and it's no turn on them. They operate differently. You know, people talk a lot of shit about them, and but one of the biggest things I say is normally in New Zealand you get a main contractor or a builder, they get all the sub-trade prices, and then they clip the ticket anywhere up to like 18% or whatever, right?
18%? Is that what they do?
Potentially, yeah.
Fuck it all. I should become main
On
contractor.
resi.
On resi? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like, in the good times, yeah. That was reasonably standard.
Okay.
These guys don't do that. They operate like a co-op.
Yeah, right.
And they've got a group of trusted sub-trades who all work together, and they've got it like a well-oiled machine where they can just smash through houses. You know, and
so a bit like Simplicity, what they do.
Yeah, totally.
So there's an Asian version of what happens with Simplicity Living.
I believe so, from what I say. And
Interesting. It's really interesting.
And because, again, what I see happening as well is because they actually make up quite a big portion of the market now, they drill all the suppliers down on pricing so hard, but they'll just shop around and go anywhere to get the cheapest price. So the suppliers
Sounds like a very Asian thing to do.
Absolutely, but
Yep.
the suppliers will bend the knee to it because they still want a chunk of that market.
Because
so
they move in product.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
Minimum
less-
order
less-
quantities, price breaks, LTIs.
Less warehousing cost. Would you
Yeah.
rather have your product sit in a warehouse, or would you sell it at cost and move the product so you can get your new shipment?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, and whenever we have these conversations about the state of the industry and whatnot, there's so many moving parts to it. There's so many variables. You know, it's really hard to put your finger on it.
So
what's-
yeah, okay. So what are you guys doing about it? How do you guys then deal with the whole the
how do we help our members kind of thing?
no, actually let's step it back. I'm gonna step it back one. I want to talk about NZ Trade Group.
Yep.
What value you guys add to the industry? What do you do in the industry?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about NZ Trade Group, where you're the regional manager for Auckland.
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah.
So NZ Trade Group started as a price file, essentially.
What?
A group buy-in, like a buy-in group for electricians. So basically 2006, there were a bunch of them in the pub and they go, why don't we just start one big account together, get more buying power, right? And then from there, people started asking, who do you use for insurance or whatever it was. Okay, so it's evolved and evolved over the last 20 years. Now, we've always had a software solution as long as I can remember, so that would have been back to about 2012. And I'm going to say off the top of my head, maybe 8 years ago, we brought all the development in-house.
For the software?
Yeah. So we have
are we talking about Catapult?
Yeah, Catapult, yeah. So at this stage, we offer...
I do want to talk about Catapult later as well, but...
Yeah. We can do
challenge
that.
a few things there.
So at this stage, we're a full business support organisation for electricians. So we offer a price file. We offer business coaching. Like you get 4 free sessions with our business coach when you come on board. We have a whole host of member benefits and business deals. So we'll get really good deals on fuel cards, insurance, HR, health and safety, vans, everything you need to run an electrical business. We've gone out and found the best deal we can and got a discount on it, essentially, for the members. We do loads of training. We build the relationship between you and J. Russell's. We're the biggest wholesaler in New Zealand. We're their biggest account nationwide by a long way. Mm-hmm. Then the unspoken hero that we offer is our network. So we've got about 450 members nationwide now. Anywhere from companies with 60 guys on the tools, been around for generations, to one-man bands. And then when we get together at these networking events and stuff, everybody meets each other and then they start talking. They do like joint ventures on jobs, labour share, phone call to help each other out. And then the other side is the team ourselves at Trade Group, like myself. I've explained my experience. We have a landline. If you come on board in my region and I say, would love to have you as a member, you get my cell phone number and your Catapult trainer's cell phone number. And if you have any problems, we're your first port of call. And if we can't answer it, we'll have it answered ASAP.
Find somebody, yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
you know what I mean?
That's really cool. So it's essentially a full-on cult for electricians.
Yeah, we have been called that before, yeah.
Okay, I was just thinking about it.
There is a blood sacrifice when you sign up.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is there, like...
It's all cloaks and... Yeah.
Get some electrical shocks.
Yeah. It's the brand that you have to get on your ass to come in. That's the...
All right, the Catapult. I want to talk about Catapult.
Yeah.
What does that software actually do?
Job management.
Okay.
So
when you say job management, you can load on a job.
Yeah.
Key in some basic information about the job.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can put your pricing structure in there. So one thing to... The best way to explain Catapult is it gives structure to your business. So it's not just, job management gets banded around, quoting. The way we do it is a little bit different. And we might be the only platform, particularly in New Zealand, who's just for electricians as well.
Why?
Quote me on that.
Why are you only for electricians? I actually have a problem with that. Why haven't you expanded to other people? Like,
mainly because we've got our niche and we like to do what we do for Sparkies better than anybody else.
But do you think you're creating a silo by doing that? You're siloing off sections of information when you look at holistically the entire job itself, one job in its entirety. You are now sectioning off the electrical portion of it into a little silo, into a system called Catapult, which now needs to interact with the bigger beast.
Yep.
The electrical system's not the only system in that building.
Yeah, no, but we don't know anything about like
the rest. Agreed. But you could my point is you could expand Catapult to your I don't know, your HVAC guys, your every other service.
You can do HVAC in there. You
Yep.
can do solar in there,
Yep.
but it's just based around the electrical industry. So
you guys are focused niche in there.
Yeah, it was.
And you don't want to expand?
Not. I don't know. Well, I'm speaking for the company here.
Yeah,
I don't think
because
we
you're
want to
representing.
expand into other trades.
You don't? No?
No,
There's no vision.
but
to
we
do that?
may expand geographically.
Okay, yes.
That's-
Okay, see what you mean.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be.
But you're limited to electrical and you want to play in your space.
Yeah.
And obviously you are the closely related
Yeah,
electrical trades.
It's a double-edged sword, right? Because I can certainly see the opinion that it limits us,
Yep.
but it's also where we get our strength from.
Yeah, okay.
Because we play in that lane
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
do it better than anyone.
Yeah, see, me personally, I would see it completely differently. I would go, if I want to cater to an industry, I'd want to cater a solution that would help not just one trade, but every trade.
Yeah.
But more importantly, help the project itself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I certainly see it from that perspective.
Yeah.
And honestly, the amount of conversations we've had over the years about branching out into other trades, white labeling the software and doing it as a subscription model, all this stuff. But right now, we're really happy because we also, in the last 5 years, we've had pretty exponential growth.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Off the top of my head.
How
I
many
think
users have you got on Catapult now?
users? There'll be. That's quite a difficult question for me to answer. I would. Not as many as you'd think. I'd say maybe 1,500 users.
That's pretty good. Yep.
Would it be more than that? Yeah, maybe 1,500, 2,000 off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So you got 450 companies. Like I say, some are huge. A lot of them are one-man bands.
Yeah.
So some of them are just one per company, you know. So if you averaged it on 3, maybe 5 per users, per company,
Yeah.
it'd be somewhere around there. So yeah, but what's happening at the minute is because they're moving the software at such a rate, and we build it purely off member feedback. So we essentially have a voting system. Things get suggested by members. Other members can upvote them or suggest their own idea, and that's how we build stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, it's like particularly on the quoting side and the drawing software, we're pretty much second to none in electrical. We're starting to implement some, I wouldn't call them AI tools, but automations as far as drawing. So we just brought out a symbol match feature where, let's say you got 300 lights on a plan, you can go select one specific light type. It's going to find all of them, do your takeoff for you. You assign a kit set to it, they're priced.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that, which is changing the game. And
Do you do those of 2D drawings or 3D models?
not 2D. It's got to be a proper PDF with the information behind it. But other than that, you got us gold. So that's our first foray into that, and we'll get further. But it's a lot of people use like Ground Plan and SimPro or whatever. Ours is instant. It prices it instantly. You're not messing around. It's a bit less clunky, you know. So as I say, with Catapult, it's job management, which is all your job information. You've got all your quotes and variations underneath that. Timesheets, really simple. We have all your live pricing from J. Russell's built into the system.
Oh, you're tied into their database.
Yeah,
Interesting.
absolutely.
Really
So
cool.
we
Really
API
cool.
to J. Russell's and to Xero.
Yeah.
Which makes things really handy. Obviously, you can bring other suppliers' stuff in there, which we don't recommend because J. Russell's are the biggest
Of
and
course.
the best, the big red door.
Hey, who do I contact at J. Russell to sponsor my podcast? Are you going to give me some contact
Yeah,
details?
I'll give you some context.
You'll hook me up?
Yeah,
Put in a good
mate.
word for me?
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. So, we'll be
Deal.
good next, Alex.
Yeah.
I can see this happening.
I know.
Yeah.
Plenty, I'm always down for a deal, mate.
Yeah, that's the one, mate. Yeah, cool.
So I mean, I could waffle about
Yeah,
Trade
okay,
Group
yeah.
for hours, but it's just, and honestly, by the time I have somebody who's interested and I sit down with them, 90% of the time they're like, sounds great. Sign me up. You know.
Yeah.
At
At $250 a month, that's like what? That's like what? Like 3 billable hours.
Yeah,
for
so
a Sparky?
cheap. So the only rule we have is that we ask for a majority spend at J. Russell's for obvious reasons. So if people just will not shop at J. Russell's, that could be a put off for them. And then I get maybe 1 in 15 people who just doesn't see the value in it at all. Like, oh no, I've got a spreadsheet and I don't need any of those deals or support. And I'm like, cool, no worries.
You know what's the other thing that just stood out from our conversation for me? Not many services businesses go down the path of software development, and you have.
Well, NZ Trade Group was, we've always been disruptors. We've certainly always had mavericks at the front of like,
Good on you, though.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, fuck it, let's
see
do it.
where we end up.
See, so I'm going down the same path now. So I'm a services business.
Oh, no.
I'm a services business, and I'm saying, well, I mean, the services business, yes, it brings in the money, right? It's great, it brings in the money. Then you start going down this tech development path, and you're going, fuck, this is like a black hole that just sucks all your money dry.
Yep.
You go, where's the fine balance? So not many companies actually go down that path, but I'm pretty determined we're going to go down, and we're actually going to release a bunch of free applications by the end of this year.
Awesome, I can't wait to see them, to be honest.
For construction, but again, approaching it from a very global, holistical project management framework, where we go, we'll give you a viewer that you can launch 3D models, and if you get a program from any one of your contractors and you want to know whether it's a good program or a bad program, you don't need to call Andy anymore. You just dump the program into the software, and the software will tell you of full checks and balances whether it'll stand the test of an EOT.
Yeah, that's just coming back to what you said. I have thought about it, but I've not put a lot of thought into it, and that pricked my ears up when you were saying, look at it globally as helping the project along rather than just the Sparky. I think that's a great idea, but I don't know if we'd build our offering out to that or just make it where ours would plug into, the appropriate softwares, such as, Strategic Planning Co. or whatever
Well,
you guys
I'm
are
absolutely
putting out.
open to that conversation, 110%.
Unfortunately, that's not my decision.
That's okay.
But
we're going to have
conversations
conversations when we're ready and when things are up and running, and easy as like
100%.
Because our model is pretty simple, right? I want to make all this accessible and free at a base root level for everybody.
Yep.
We need to upskill the entire industry.
Yep.
Otherwise, people aren't just going to go pay $20 here, $40 there. The entire construction industry is sick of fucking SaaS products.
Yep.
In subscriptions for fucking everything.
Yeah, and then you lose track of them, and once a year you have to go back and clean up all your accounts to get rid of them. Absolute nightmare.
And then you forget about it sometimes for 5 years, and you go, and nobody's used the software for 5 years. We're paying subscriptions for it. This is ridiculous, right?
Totally.
It's ridiculous. People have just lost track. So it's like, how do you make all this good applications available for people to use, but interconnected information?
Yeah, I think that's an awesome...
interconnected data, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. We're both on the same page in the fact that we want to make it easier.
Yes.
And more clarity.
Yeah.
And
good decision making.
I think when people talk about systems and tools in general in our industry, a lot of tradies, builders, even guys in construction go, what are they talking? Like, we're not talking about complexity. We're talking about simplicity. Like having really good visibility on your numbers.
Yeah.
What's your net profit? What's your P&L doing, but day to day?
100%.
So you're not getting a shock at the end of financial.
Yep.
This is what we're talking about, isn't it?
It's basic stuff, mate. You don't need to complicate it, eh?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But
somebody told me something once. Keep it Fisher Price simple.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Nobody wants to be fucking digging through stuff.
My mentor told me that, actually. Yeah, keep it Fisher Price simple.
Love it.
Yeah, great quote, mate. Great quote.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're coming to the end of it. So, final thoughts. I wanna get into where do you see the future for tradies?
Well,
what does that future look like?
I
know right now it's very glim. The way you're looking at it, you're saying 2028, which I'm happy to challenge, but
I know you are. You're probably right anyway, mate. But I'll stick to my guns.
Yeah, you go, mate.
Well, we're going to see a change of the guard. particularly, you know, it's not going to happen instantly, but might be over the next 5 or 10 years. Most of your baby boomer type age companies and stuff are either going to be succeeded or wound up and retired. We've got new generation coming in. As with every generation, the more tech savvy than we've ever been before. I think with the young guys that I deal with and stuff now, they're less into going racking it up in town and drinking piss and all that lot, and more into actually setting themselves up for life and having a really good income and business and whatnot.
Hey, you can still do both, right?
I'd try my best.
Yeah, me too.
That's when you get your good ideas, mate.
Me too, exactly.
Inspirational. So really, I think, I mean, it's pretty obvious that we're going to see tech tools and everything be integrated into our businesses more. Yep. What I would like to see is, with the thing that scares the hell out of me, I love the sentiment in it, is these young guys get qualified straight off the tools, start a business, and they don't know anything apart from their trade. So I'd like to see, particularly the younger companies, even if you've been in business for 20 years, stop, educate yourself, and move forward in a more structured fashion.
Yeah.
You know, again, great visibility on your numbers, bit of financial literacy in there, structures to your pricing.
Yeah.
And don't sit there and wait for the phone to ring. Get out there.
Yeah, the phone's never going to ring if you don't make an effort, is it?
No, it won't.
Well, I know that from experience, mate. I can't start a business, sit down at home expecting people to call me.
No.
It's not going to work that way.
But a lot of people do.
Yeah, right. Okay.
You know, and it's potentially when they've had success in the past or da-da-da, and then it quietens down a bit and they go,
what do I do?
I'm not doing anything different, you know?
Yeah,
So,
maybe that is a problem. They're not doing anything different.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see just more organised businesses. That's what I'd like to see out there, using every tool available to them, and you know, a drop in that bravado, going, I still do quotes on the back of a ciggy packet, mate, and da 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 da. You know, like, just embrace it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting shift, eh? And the younger generation definitely taking up technology, and look at that. You've adopted AI completely. I've adopted AI completely. So that'll have a major shift in what the next generation does. And
totally. Well, I'm just curious, like with AI and whatnot, I don't know a huge amount about it. I use it for what I use it for, but I'm definitely curious in how it can help me.
Yeah.
You know,
we'll have a chat in the pub, mate. I'll give you a few tips.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Some of the shit it does for me is just mind blowing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's bloody awesome.
Yeah. Hey. All right. So wrapped it up. I really enjoyed this conversation.
Always fun.
Always fun. Do you have any questions for me before we wrap up? Have a think.
Do I have any questions for Andy? No, you're doing the interviewing today, mate. I'll leave it there.
Right? That's okay. It's a conversation. we're having a yarn, Alex. That's the one, mate. Goes both ways. But no, I genuinely enjoyed this conversation. Heaps of fun. And if I lose viewers because you call all the skiers gays, I will come after you.
I just meant the very happy.
Oh, they're happy. Oh, that's what you meant. Oh,
happy-go-lucky. You have to tell your parents you're happy-go-lucky.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, okay.
That's
Edit.
Yeah.
Oh, if I get additional viewers, I'll be thankful. But
yeah, I don't think you will.
Yeah, I don't think I will. Hey, mate, what about the snowboarding community? They could rally behind us.
Oh, yeah, true. And that's our target market, you know.
I always see the glass half full, mate.
Yeah. Getting the peripheral market in there, mate.
That's it. That's the one.
No.
But anyways, mate, really good chatting with you. Thank you for your time, and hopefully the industry gets a bit of value from this conversation. I did.
Some
ideas.
Obviously, you're a super interesting guy to talk to, so thank you very much for having me on. Really appreciate it.